Hello, welcome. My name is Oliver Costa and I'm a futures trader. And as I have done my first video with the Deepcharts kind of tutorial, first look into it because it's brand new, as you know, I'm doing the second video now with the footprint charts, which was one of the reasons why I actually bought it, because I thought like it's quite nice to see. I know NinjaTrader can do the same stuff, but it looks like that the kind of design and how it looks like is a little bit more customizable with Deepcharts. And that was one of the reasons why I tried to get into that. Yeah, so let's start right away. Here we go. So we opened up a new chart window, new price charts. As you have heard in the first video, I'm usually doing the micro S&Ps, and I'm just make it a little bigger so you guys see this good here. So this is, it opened up normal candlestick charts, in this case 5 minutes. Let's get it down to 1 minute in this demonstration now. And you see, for instance, when you go here, there is some stuff I still will kind of change, honestly spoken. If you move it around, if you double click here on the axis of the price, or if you double click here, it moves it, kind of fills the screen with that. Just, you know, templates. There are a few buttons on the bottom here, which gives you some order flow volume profiles by default. So if you open it up and you see that you have here the footprint charts on a profile version, and when you don't click it, or the order flow bid ask, you get kind of this boxed version of it. Here you get some profiles as well, as daily profiles, daily profile values, weekly stuff like this. But that's not what we are talking about today. We are talking about the footprint chart. So when you want to do your own one, you just look out for deep print and add it to your chart. And as you see, if you scroll in, you get kind of this default version of the footprint charts. And what I like most is kind of customizations, because I want to have the noise off at the end. So that's the reason why I'm kind of choose Deepcharts to give it a try. And you can do this quite well from my point of view. So you go to indicators here, you go to settings, deep print, and you can name it something else if you like. For instance, here, because maybe you want to save it afterwards or something. So this is the deep print OC capital footprint. Save it here. And the good thing is, because this is something I really like, you have it here renamed, so you know what it's all about. You can give it your own name. So here we go. So this, you can choose at first how it looks like. If you want to have it at the volume only, if you want to have ask and bid split, so the classical one, you have the delta. And if you want to have the delta, which is on the left side, and the volume on the right side, you can have it as a profile. So left to right here, you can have it as a ask split. So you pro here, things like this. But I'm usually looking for the boxed one. This is the one I like the most. One thing as well, if you want to choose the tickings, you can do it automatic. Here in S&P, it's just one tick, but you can make it manual as well. So which means, for instance, in cryptos or with maybe NQ as well, you can do manual ticks. You raise it up because then the footprint charts gets a little bit more seeable, let's say like this. So 4 ticks now, and you see in S&P, because we have very small chumps, 4 ticks are 1 box here. So which means 6834 to 6835 is just 1 box. So we make it half size now, and it's like, it's now 683350 and 683375. Let's go back here. 75 will be kind of 1 box as well. So go back to the indicators, but we want to have it once. We keep this as it is. And we keep the aggregated volume, order, and number of trades. Honestly spoken, I have no idea what aggregated volume really means. Just leave it in the comments. Maybe give me a hint on that. I have no idea, honestly spoken. The orders, of course, is clear, and the number of trades also is clear. So the plot settings in Deepcharts means usually how it looks, which colorizations it has, and things like this. And I did research, or how you want to name it. You can go here and make the bar marker, and you see when you make the bar marker big, the bars get bigger and the boxes get smaller, which I think is very nice, because I usually don't want to have it like the 2 ones. It's very small. I want to have it more visible. I'm still like a kind of candlestick guy. You can choose if you want to have a candlestick, well, candle with the wick, or you just want to have the body. And so I like it like this with the wicks, and you can choose it if it's left, if it's in the center. So you have the candle in the middle and the data left and right of the candle. But as well here, I leave it the classical way. We come here to the background, and this is something which I really like, because this is you can really set it to one color or something. You can set it to fixed or something else, or multiple color. What I like, and this is what I show you, kind of the multiple color. If you go for none, for instance, then it goes black. Everything goes black. Everything's nice. You can go for imbalances, things like this. So when you have imbalances fixed, it usually shows some imbalances. Honestly spoken, I have no idea, because it's automatic where it gets the data from. So what I do is I go to fading to multiple colors. Everything goes now, gets a color. And you have to go to range, so colors go here. And you can set here at least 3 ranges, or at least 5 ranges. You see it here. So first range, if I switch it on, that's kind of the default one. So that's kind of everything will be colored. You can choose whatever you want, but I said I switched it off, so it's black. You have the first range. If you disable everything, what I want to do now is I want to have 200 imbalances, and I want that it shows me that imbalances. So all the colors, the purple and green ones, are imbalances. So imbalances with a factor of 200. So 200%. If we go 300, maybe it's still there, looks like it. We go 400, still there. 600, still there. So 200, let's make 200 here. And apply. So which means this should be all of the imbalances of the factor of 400%. So 1632. And now maybe it makes more sense to go up a little bit on the chart with the 5-minute one. So because then the imbalances will be way less. So you see here, imbalances now are way lesser. So kind of there are way less imbalances than it was before. Maybe go on the 2-minute charts. Maybe go on the 2-minute. Let's take a look at footprints on the 2-minute ones. But yeah, let's make it. It's good. 5-minute is good. So in case of this demonstration, as you see here, there maybe you wipe out a little bit of the noise as well. And if you are going too small, you still see the boxes, but you don't see the numbers. And yeah, so this maybe makes sense for someone. But if you're if you kind of scroll in, you still see, okay, there's an imbalance, there is an imbalance. I would maybe choose the color differently. It's kind of more visible. But keep it like this for in case of the demonstration here. So another settings is how you change the text color, and actually this is taking me some time to kind of get this done. You can change the font size here as well, so you can make it bigger. But as you see, if you make it too big, it's not showing up. I usually make 9. I have a 4K screen, so it makes it a little bit easier. Text format, automatic, normal, and K. What K means, no idea. Yeah, so there is no real manual. So to Andrea and Fabio, and manual would be very much appreciated. But I know there's maybe no time to do so. How to color the text. And here, it's the same, more or less same mode, multiple color mode, the imbalances. And as you see, it will be filled automatically already. So, and I want to go here, and I will now change all of the imbalance color. And if you go here, first range, it goes black. But I want to keep it, as I told you, I want to keep the noise away. So I make this white, and as well white here. So I have the color now white. So everything is white except of the imbalance of 250, which I am enable now, and I give it a kind of very visible color like this magenta one, and here this kind of turquoise one. And you see here the numbers switch, maybe a little bit more light so we can kind of see a little better. Exactly. So you see it here as well here, maybe, huh? Because I really tried it out, but So you see here the imbalances. So the imbalances are really, really clearly visible. This is kind of what I really like. And I said multiple colors, imbalances, and in the range you are kind of doing your, so you change the colors. The volume color, maybe I'll go get that on white as well. What changes here? Nothing. Okay. I think that's the point of control. So the green, the yellow box here is the point of control inside of the candle. Honestly spoken, I'm not using it. So my footprint chart will be most likely looking like this. So I get clearly the imbalances. I get quite clear the imbalances in the chart. Here is an imbalance. Here is an imbalance. And kind of my trading style would be if I see 3-4 imbalances in a row, I usually enter here. This is kind of my, depend of course on the day and things like this. But if I want to do a scalp or something, I usually would use that. So that's more or less the kind of basic introduction how I'm trading it. You of course, and maybe someone will ask and say, hey, that's not nice looking. You can use the border. I think if you got the border, and if you are going here with the border, color border, honestly spoken, I'm not sure where to set that. So if you can help me out with that, let me know how it's working. So one indicator I want to show you as well, because it is the imbalances, which I have used as well. And as you see, because I told you that, if you have like 3 imbalances in a row, or I think it's 2, maybe the settings here is 2, number of consecutive imbalances is 3. The minimum imbalance is 300%, minimum volume difference. So you can choose the settings here as well. I would rather go here with 50 bar, so it's more goes to left, bicolor, triggered zone. If it's triggered, maybe you see that here, you can, for instance, make it here a little bit kind of more visible. So let's make it, I don't know, make it like right here, apply. And as you said here, it will be kind of a trigger thing. I don't know if you kind of trade this like invalid fair value gaps or something. But this is something I have to find out because it's brand new. That's kind of a brand new indicator for me. So an imbalance tracker, which I think is quite helpful because when you don't have the imbalances, kind of when you don't see the footprint charts, you still get these imbalances on the chart. So as you see here, there's an imbalance here, a bigger imbalance as well here. And it looks like it's kind of some zones where the price loves to reject from. So yesterday's day was kind of crazy, as you maybe know. It dropped down by 1.5%. But if you go on a normal day, if it's ranging, you see here, maybe rejecting sometimes. So this can give you kind of an indication here. As well here was kind of a little bit up, and it gives you maybe a zone. So this is something I have to find out almost for myself. Go here, go back on the chart, go back here. So this is the imbalance tracker, which kind of comes as well with the deep charts. And yeah, I hope you liked the video so far, and I'm kind of get you some information. If you love my channel and if you like to have more, leave me a comment. It would be very nice to hear from you guys. And as I said, I will try to start with some live tradings as well. And yeah, my name is Oliver Costa. I'm from Vienna, Austria, and I hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time, YouTube. Bye bye.